Hello and welcome to this video on the euro-dollar exchange rate. Since the start of the year, the euro has depreciated markedly against the dollar. However, euro-dollar is only likely to depreciate further and slip below parity if there is a supply freeze for Russian gas. In that case, the eurozone economy would plunge into recession and the ECB would not raise its policy rate as planned. By contrast, the US economy would hardly be affected by a Russian supply freeze because the United States is self-sufficient in energy. The dollar would thus benefit from such a scenario. However, without a gas supply freeze, euro-dollar would probably appreciate. First, the euro had already suffered from the mere risk of a supply freeze. Second, the ECB would then raise its policy rate twice in the second half of the year. It would then have finally achieved to move away from a very expansionary monetary policy which would spur expectations of further rate hikes. You may oppose hinting to the fact that the dollar would retain its interest rate advantage. However, the level of interest rate advantage does not argue for appreciation. On the contrary, if investors expect the dollar to have an interest rate advantage, the dollar appreciates until it is so far above its fair value that the expected future depreciation just offsets the interest rate advantage. What matters for exchange rates are movements in the expected interest rate advantage, and the dollar's expected interest rate advantage would shrink if a gas crisis failed to materialize and the ECB raised interest rates. All in all, our year-end forecast for euro-dollar is 116. This is to express that the euro has recovery potential if there were no energy crisis.